right, gamers and gamerettes. TF2 allegations, baby. Ah, for the umpteenth time by Turkey Thomas Stark. You know, the usual. I'm ready. There's always something crazy going on with TF2, and, at least the bots are gone now, but let's see what Tom brings to the table today, because there's always something. So say at the start of every video, like and subscribe. I try to upload videos every day, and I appreciate every single one of you that watches. Tomorrow, on the 8th of October, I'm going to do a food review of the Krabby Patty meal from Wendy's. As an honorary 49/50 sub special. So be ready for that.
The Team Fortress 2 community, like all communities online, is mostly fine. You have your average mix of cross-dressers, white nationalists, furries, just generally very gay people. You have some kind of
Well, I mean, it is all dudes, so it's going to be, oh, my pause.
overlap between those groups. You can imagine a beautiful Venn diagram.
Yeah. Yeah. Reminds me of a stream clip of a guy's like, oh, you're streaming? And then the guy just says the N-word 10 times over.
Diagram of just contradictions there that's really awesome and beautiful to see out in the wild. These are just kind of the normal
I hope I don't get like DMCA'd from having this music in the background.
factions of individuals you see walking down the streets of any Discord server nowadays. But once in a while, you get someone who isn't your typical weirdo. You get someone who is a little bit more depraved, who has potentially done something.
Wasn't there? Gosh, I can't even start to even like scratch the surface of like bad actors in TF2.
A little bit more dark. Someone who should probably
At least like in the YouTube space, at least, because that's the only one I really pay attention to.
just get off the internet and maybe face charges for something they've done. I did a video around a year ago on the other channel, the Turkey
Good video. Watch that video, by the way. It is really good.
Tom channel, where I covered some of these cases with individuals like Mecharek. There was, of course, the
Yep, that
Venetian
one.
rapper guy, who I like to call Venetian Rapper, just for fun. A channel called
Love Tom. Edgy but fun.
Roby or Vroby. I don't know how to say his fucking name, okay? These foreign names coming over the border, okay? I don't know how to say them. But he made a really good video about Venetian
Maybe I have to look at that one. Oh, that's an hour long. That might be too
rapper. It's an
that might be too rich for my time.
interesting story. Shout out Eminem.
When I say things about gay people, and people think that my lyrics are homophobic because I'm gay.
But a new story came onto my radar the other day from a creator named Monkey, a TF2 creator named Monkey. He's got 100.
I've never heard of him before, and I thought I was big in the TF2 space. Well, I haven't been in like the recent years, so.
120,000 subscribers. He's made some pretty popular TF2 videos. But we're not talking about him today for positive reasons. Obviously, it's me.
Oh, Tom, what do you got?
Instead, it's because a Twitter user named Cal published an
Ooh,
exposed
Twitter doc.
document about him. What's interesting is that just a few minutes later, Monkey himself published his own document going
No cherry picking screenshots. Ooh. Okay.
over his perspective and trying to refute the allegations. So what we're going to do here is start with the first document and work from there and see what we can learn. Only 15 pages and 736 words as you look at that. I'm not being tortured for once. Hey there, I'm Kel.
Yeah, for now. Kill. Okay.
And this is my experience with the team.
So which one are we looking at? Are we looking about the from Monkey or from Kel?
Team Fortress 2 content creator called Monkey on YouTube. A quick disclaimer. At the time that all this occurred, I was 16 and Monkey is 22. As I'm typing this, I'm now 17. I did not have any real interest in relationship with him or anything sexual. All I wanted to do was gather more evidence regarding him and his actions. Please
Okay, so it's good that you're not the victim here. That's your winner.
do not go and harass anyone under this document. This isn't the real intention with it. So essentially, they're already coming out here and saying that they are 16, that he is 22. That's their allegation. And on top of that, they're also saying that they went into this with the intention of exposing him in the first place. They wanted to get him the entire time. The documents start. As I started to talk more with him, stuff with me and him got a little concerning. Here, he comments about the age gap regarding me and Monkey. Since 16 is
Oh fuck. All right, just smack losers, creeps, and pedos, and then just call the video over. I trust you, bro. I trust your judgment. You don't need to show me anymore.
a legal age in Sweden, but I don't think that's how it really works. And here they have the first screenshot.
Okay, screenshot. I'm sorry, I'm such a POS, but I love to be 16, by the way. I wonder how age of consent, like those conversations, are carried in other countries. I doubt they're as like robust as they are in America, at least. So I wonder, like, if he showed his mom this, Monkey showed his mom this, what the reaction would be. I don't know. But, I mean, that doesn't matter because she's American, so.
Shot of Monkey saying, I'm sorry, I'm such a freaking shit person. I'd love to just be with you and hug you daily. You're like the girl of all time. Not gonna lie, you always bring me power and the will to do better.
I'm not even sure if I'd say that to my wife. No, I would, but she's my fiance. She's my wife. She's supposed to make me better, and she does. Besides, be a pain in my ass sometimes, but right back at her.
And I try my hardest, and I want to like just kiss your lips and pick you up. I know you're just 16, but you're legal here in Sweden, and I don't.
You're legal here in Sweden, but I don't give a fuck. That is a compromising statement because you know it's wrong.
Give a freak. No bueno. That's no good. She says, just learn, understand me. He says, and you're.
Nobody cares if 16 is legal age in your country. It's still very concerning and borderline pedophilia. No, it is. It's okay. It is. That's 6 years. It is. That's all right. I think I'd be okay with saying that's inappropriate. Here's him just casually calling me stuff while kissing me and giving me love, even if he were drunk. I give it somewhat of a pass if he's drunk, but I also don't at the same time, because why are you talking to a 16-year-old when you're 22? When the 16-year-old's trying to, like, find out your actions.
You're soon 17. And she writes, nobody cares if 16 is the legal age in your country. It's still very concerning. And a borderline.
Yes, that is true.
Like age gap. It's disgusting. And I would mostly agree. I think this is a very concerning age gap. I think if you're 22, probably shouldn't be talking to a 16-year-old. I don't think that's a controversial.
Period. Yeah, no. That's not controversial at all. Except for, I don't know, who, Andrew Tate fans. It's not like I haven't pissed them off already. Fresh and Fit fans. God. Like, I remember saying in the smaller, about the smaller content creator videos, like, you shouldn't alienate your audience, but, like, I'm at the current, like, but I'm not alienating everyone. That guy was alienating everyone. You know, I don't want those pieces of shit in my fucking audience, man. Like, holy fuck.
Thing to say, probably too young, probably a little too young, probably a little bit of a power imbalance there, even with the ages and experience gaps and all that good stuff. I think that's probably not good to be messaging 16-year-old when you're 22. Here's him just casually calling me stuff while kissing me.
Let's see, you're too precious. What if we were like alone? What do you want to do? Movies? Bro, give it up. Kisses you deep. I know it's gross, but listen, let's focus on you being so fucking cringe, bro. Honestly. Like, fuck being pedophilic. You're being fucking cringe right now.
Keep in mind, over Discord, and giving me love. Even if you were drunk, it can still be considered sexual harassment, you know? Kisses you deeply. Moi, my little preciosu. Precious girl. You're too precious. What if
I'm not recoiling from my pina colada. Oh, that's half of it.
we were like alone? What would you want to do? Movies? Walks? I definitely like, I don't know. Why did I bring this up? I'm so sorry. Monkey is
Yeah, you should be sorry, you fucking creep.
officially down bad. And as the document reads,
No, not down bad. Down fucking tremendous, brother.
there's more of him acting in such weird ways to a minor, including saying, my little cutie, you're mine. I feel like absolute shit. You're just so precious to me.
Yeah, you should feel like shit because what you're doing is wrong. You creep. I want to be careful with my words.
My little cutie, you're mine. Unless you meet someone you find attractive or whatever, I'm here to help you and talk to you. Heart, 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 heart. 6 hearts, dude. 6. What?
Yeah, I think you posted too many. You posted cringe, man.
Oh, he's really giving a lot of love over here to this minor. More of him just being a very nice.
Yeah. See. It's fucking. Maybe one thing. Oh my god, no. No, it wouldn't.
Human individual with no bad intentions at all. Mwah, 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 mwah. Many hugs. I would squeeze you with my hugs. This person said that.
Bro, let it go. You're being weird. I don't even bro, I don't text my wife this much. Dude, bro. You sound fucking insufferable. Hold on. I want to see your. You know what? No. I'm going to judge him off his actions, not on how he sounds.
That he doesn't want any minor.
Because I know I sound constantly nasally. And I don't mean to, but maybe it's just that time of the evening I get nasally. I always sound nasally. That doesn't matter. Maybe tomorrow when I do that Burger King video, I'll do it in ASMR style, you know, crank up the sensitivity, you know, start whispering a little bit, you know, start eating the burger and the kelp shake, you know, kelp fries. I'm so excited unironically.
minors on his DMs, by the way. So I think he's just fucking stupid from the beginning. Yeah, I mean, he can say he doesn't want any minors in his DMs, but he's got one in the DMs here, and it
Yeah.
doesn't seem to be a friendly.
Unless you want to meet someone you find attractive or whatever. Cutie, you're my... Bro. It's a child.
Platonic, cordial interaction seems to go a little bit above that from his perspective. Monkey says, you're not a kid at all. A kid is like 14 to 15. 15 is
But you are. But you are.
the age of consent here, but 16 is the age. 16 is the age that changed everything for me. I began to understand how
For you, but that's no, you dummy.
everything worked. Everything changed. 18, however, is when I actually got to experience the adult life, but it didn't change me that much. I want you to know that you're just so amazing. I care about you a lot.
I want to know what this is. Actually, no, I don't. That's a lie. I care about you a lot. I'm glad I can be there for you, even though I'm such a fucking shit person. See, he's fishing for the validation. He's, no, you're not a shit person. What you're doing isn't wrong. That's what he's fishing for, to like validate his piss poor behavior.
I'm glad I can be here for you, even though I'm such a fucking shit person. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for everything. I wish you found someone better than me. And you probably could, honestly. But like, you're so adorable, so innocent. I don't know why you keep talking to me at all. Here in this next DM, he seems to be
Thing to say. Tell me what your dream was about. Teeth were knocked out, broken nose, and I realized what the fuck I'd done, so we booked it. I genuinely fucked up, but in the dream it felt good. Nobody spoke to you. Huh? Interesting to say. After telling me what your dream was about, teeth are knocked out, broken nose. Is he talking about like beating a fucking woman? Brandon telling me he's got a morning erection because why not? It's a very normal thing to say in conversation. Yeah. I guess. I guess.
describing some kind
Well, this fucking guy.
of dream he had where he says, teeth were knocked out, broken nose. And I realized what the fuck
I don't even think I say that to like. I don't think I say that. I mean, I might say it in like a funny passing comment just to catch my fiance off guard because I think that would be funny. But she's my fiance, and we're like not even a year apart. We're a year and some change apart.
I've done, so we booked it. It's genuinely fucked up. But in the dream, I felt good. Nobody exploits you. You're mine. Love you. And
So fucking weird.
and the name. Randomly telling me that he's gotten a morning erection because why not? It's a very normal thing to say in conversation. He says, I've got a morning glory apparently.
Never mind. Say it. It's an erection. You get in the morning because your body tests if you're okay. You're fucking weird.
She says, question mark? He says, never mind. She says, say it. He says, it's an erection you get in the morning because your body tests if you're okay and shit. Laugh out loud. That's all. She says, oh. Here she writes more interesting love messages from him. I'd hug you so tight, like really tight. I'd never let you go. She says, can you not? He says, heart emoji. She says, type a lot. Now the messages do get a little more explicit than that, like them talking.
I don't know what you would do, but I would be extremely flabbergasted if you would be naked in that position. You're fucking gross. You're not real. You're not Tom, talk to me, bro. This guy is not real. He's not fucking real.
About how he wants to
But I know he's real. When do I get invited to like the Nicholas Diorio channel to where I get like the new shit on the commentary drama? I want to know that shit. I want fucking content because it feels dry. Besides like the Bo Black stuff about the SMT channel right now.
cuddle her naked and how the tip would be dripping. He says the tip would be dripping. Here he's asking the 16-year-old to suck
Him teasing me to. I tease you. It's still fucking gross. That's fucking gross. Holy fuck! I'm gonna need another drink.
on his member, to suck on his disco stick, so to speak.
His schmeat. His schmeebity.
Here she characterizes some of
Not skibbity schmeedemy, I guess. Fucking God.
these messages as sexual harassment, where he seems to be drunk. He says, I'm drunk.
Everything's spinning. Hey, okay. Yeah, this makes me want to drink. Holy fuck.
Ha 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 ha! Vodka. Everything is spinning. Hey. She says, okay. He says, I love you so much. She says, uh-huh. He says, like, I'm sorry. I'm such a fucking shit person. I'd love to just be with you and hug you daily. You're like the girl of all time. Not gonna lie. You always bring me power.
Discord, by the way. That's how I talk to my Discord kitten. That I totally have. It's definitely not like my buddy Ethan that we have freak offs.
How is she bringing you power? I don't. What do you mean power? How is the 16-year-old bringing you power? What's the power? It seems like in retrospect,
My pedophilic might. Like instead of Thor's hammer, it's Diddy's lotion bottle.
maybe she zapped your power. Maybe your power went away because she posted the messages when you were 22 and she was 17 and 16. So seems like the power's gone. Always remember this, monkey. With great power comes great responsibility to not message a child. She says that she gives her the will to do better, and I try my hardest. And I want to like just kiss your lips and pick you up. I know you're just like 16, but you're legal here in Sweden. You're soon 17. You're not a kid at all. He keeps going with the pretty cringy messages about mwah mwah and all the you're so precious to me kind of stuff. But as we keep reading a little bit, it gets a little bit more weird because he kind of makes comparisons to her being like his daughter. He said, I feel bad for just responding to you and then saying I'm busy. You're just so precious and so ducking adorable. I feel like I hold responsibility, but I shouldn't. But
Oh, this is getting weird. It was already weird. Don't get me wrong, but it is getting like more fucking weird.
I do. She says, I'll be less forgiving each time you do this. He says, I love you, I'm sorry. Kisses.
I'll be less forgiving. You're like a daughter to me. That's fucking weird. Dude, you're talking about boning and your daughter, dude.
I could cry for you. I think about you daily. You're like a daughter to me. I will try my best to just, I don't know, guide you. So obviously these interactions are on top of already her being underage. The conversation is about her being like his daughter and stuff, and comparing her to a daughter is really weird because he's openly.
It is really weird. It's very telling because I think now he's realizing, hey, I'm doing something wrong. Hey, you just daughter me. Hey, forget about it. Clearly no.
Acknowledging like I'm a lot older than you. I basically could be like a caretaker to you. I basically could be an older brother, but despite that, I'm going to continue messaging you in this way and having these weird interactions with you and talking about sex stuff with you, which is no bueno, to say the least.
Hey, at least said my brother in Turkey. Yeah, I mean this reads me as a of like a oh fuck, what am I doing? And trying to like no, it was about you're like my sister, bro. You're like a daughter to me. No.
Between these date frames in April, he also spent some money gifting me TF2 items as gifts, which include pricey items of value in upwards of $70 USD, which is concerning.
Dude, for how much money I spent in Valorant, I'm surprised I don't have my Australian flamethrower back.
To do specifically to someone that's an underage person, seeing how you act previously. And she shows here the gifts that he was given to her.
Holy fuck. Blue Mew. Coffin nail. Holy fuck. These are like, those are like not cheap, are they?
He gave her a carefully wrapped gift, a lung cancer tutorial, another carefully wrapped gift, which was apparently a strange blue Mew knife. So he's sending her a lot of personalized gifts, and she's
yeah, I know those like wraps are not fucking cheap, especially if they're like factory new or some shit. Like do factory new stuff. Like if I could get, listen, man, I got a dream. I want a factory new Cosmic Calamity Professional Kill Streak flamethrower, but I know it's so expensive and I'll never get my hands on it ever. It's just so fucking expensive. I just can't. I'd love to one day, but like Cosmic Calamity, it's just like, oh, it's such a good fucking weapon to wrap.
she's basically saying like, it's kind of weird that you're messaging me as a minor inappropriately and also buying me gifts, seemingly in exchange for what's happening here. Whether it's a spoken kind of thing in the interaction.
Well, yeah, as if I was a kid and a lady was like hitting on me and so on and so forth, but buying me TF2 items, I would pass the behavior. Probably would, because they're getting me like expensive shit. But that's all I care about growing up, like TF2 and video games and stuff like that. I get it, kind of.
We're both acknowledging or not, it's still weird. She goes on to show through various screenshots that his Discord account is connected to his Steam account, and this is basically the same guy. So there's no question of whether this is him or not. I mean, maybe he could say,
okay, sure. I mean, well, clearly it is him, so we don't have to worry about that, right?
he was hacked, but we'll get to his response soon. She ends by writing, best you could do with this disgusting person is block them, never engage with them ever again, and never support
Yes, just true. Don't.
their content nor support them financially. And if you're reading this, monkey, I don't care about your threats if I publish this. Your life is as valuable as a stupid ant to me. I can't believe a person like this
Yo, good.
inspired me to make my personal war paints for TF2. I am truly disappointed with you, monkey. I hope you leave this community and get a real job instead of only complaining and crying like a bitch over 17-year-old games and never come back. So she's roasting
Damn, TF2 roast kind of based though. I'm not gonna lie.
him. She's roasting him for even caring about TF2 as well. She's like, you freaking man-child. So after this was posted, a lot of people didn't know
You freaking freak.
exactly how to react. I mean, they thought maybe the messages could be faked, which, I mean,
Yeah, they could be. Like, sometimes we have to use the Mudahar approach, only if we can refresh the messages, to prove if they are legitimate. Sometimes, but I don't know. I take screenshots also with a grain of salt as well, because you can't refresh them, can't, like, prove to yourself that they're not doctored in any way.
is a thing to be cautious of, so I respect that perspective, and you want to make sure that, the stuff you're looking at is real. But the motivations of the accuser are also interesting because although they acknowledge that they are underage, they also claim that they never even wanted some kind of relationship or sexual interactions with him. They were just playing into this stuff to catch him in some kind of sting operation. Now, Monkey, having seen this, would respond less than an hour later with his own documents, and it is titled Non-Cherry Picking Screen.
Yeah, typically this is not a good idea. I would say it's probably not a great idea to respond super quick. If you are innocent.
Screenshots, basically setting it up for this idea that he's going to give greater context that could make things more understandable or clear on his end and potentially exonerate him. So we'll read this and see what he has to say. And this document, unfortunately for us, is 59 pages long, and it's like,
how do you finish that in a fucking hour? You must have had it on the back burner, bro. You must have. You were just fucking waiting for this shit.
Like 3,700 words. So basically like half of a Turkey Tom video script right here. So prepare to suffer. Beginning on the 14th of December 2023, this girl, the name I will not mention because I respect her privacy from the public, she messaged me. I replied and she asked me how I was. I replied briefly about how I felt. I felt drained. She replied that she felt okay. Then we quickly made small talk about different topics. She became very caring after a few messages, leading me to believe she...
How do you know that she felt caring?
Cared about how I felt. And at that time, I felt miserable. For those who do not know, I lost my little brother due to suicide around a week after my birthday, and then sadly passed away a couple of days later, which had me in a very terrible spot during this time, and still for many months almost to this day. And after some more small talk, I hastily told this person what had been going on, and I addressed that I was not comfortable talking with minors. However, she did not reply to this.
Clearly, you don't have a problem with it if we're going to take the screenshots, if they are real.
Message. I went on to talk more about stuff that had happened earlier when I opened the Warpaint server. This is how we met in the first place. She felt sorry and sympathized with me, which at the time was something I found comforting. I didn't go to my friends to talk more about this topic about how I felt because I already had. She finally answered the question, saying that she was 16 years of age. The age of consent in Sweden is 15 years old, but again, I didn't think about doing anything malicious.
I thought you said it was 16 here. I thought you said it was 16 in Sweden, dude. Uh-oh, something not adding up, buddy. Buddy old chum.
With this person at all, knowing her age. I could consider her somewhat mature to have a convo with from time to time, talking about life problems. Side note, she's 17 now. Her birthday was on the 20th of March. I later went to bed, relieved that
that doesn't matter, but alright.
I talked to someone new about all of this. The drama that happened in the Warpaint server, the launch, personal problems, and some online dumb drama problems. I did not...
So questioning why a 16-year-old boy is pretending to be a girl with solicit nudes from YouTubers. What? The TF2 community is close you'll ever get to BPD being mass transmitted on the internet. What the fuck? What am I about to get into? There's like 15 more minutes of this shit.
Not think more about this.
So that means there's a half an hour more for me to fucking watch. Damn it.
Next day, I helped her with her Warpaint, and we chit-chatted about other stuff. But fast forward to the first red flag, when she asked me to give a hug emote. I thought, why not? It's just...
What does that mean? What does a hug emote mean? Am I old? Do I just not get it?
It's a dumb emote, and I did not think about it too much either. Here, Monkey says, that's how I see this right now.
The fuck is a hug emote? That's how I like to see this right now, but like as of right now, you're very sweet little girl. That's still fucking gross, dude. You're a very sweet little girl, and I feel like I don't know what the word I'm looking for. Like a dad. No, I look out for you. Come on. Oh my, it's still fucking weird. This is an internet stranger. This is an internet stranger, you fucking moron.
But as of right now, you're a very sweet little girl, and I feel like, I don't know what word I'm looking for, like a dad. You know I look out after you, keep you comfort, whenever you need it, help you, be there for you. She said I wouldn't mind that with a picture of the young version of Lele from the Coffin of Andy and Lele.
It's a fucked up game, by the way. So fucked up.
The game that I played on stream, in case you don't know, it's known as the incest game. Now, is there that much
It is the incest game. You are right.
incest? No. Is there a small amount of incest? Well, it's heavily implied. And here Monkey says, sure.
Implied? What's one step further from implied, dude?
I'd be your extra dad, Lamau, hug you and kiss you goodnight and shit. He writes, my fuck up is this, and in lack of better words, I said dad. I could have said bigger brother, but due to her dad and her life having been absent, and she kept coming back to that, I'd like to take on that role. She took this as a kink rather than the right implication for it. I, however...
How do you know that's a 16-year-old dude? You can't fucking say, she took it as a kink. I'm gonna say, brother, it's not looking good for you right now still. You're defending yourself.
Look back at this with...
You ever look back at this with shame? Oh, hopefully you didn't fucking... Listen, bro, I don't want you to be a monster, but listen, bro, you're fumbling right now. So, random. If on the internet, I care about you, that's all. I feel bad. TBH, I kind of want to take a shower now, but it's too late. Ugh, what's that? To me, I read this as a joke, but I can also understand the instance of leading it elsewhere.
Shame. She says, so am I your daughter now? He says, I mean, I wouldn't
No, why am I fucking victim? I can't make assumptions yet. I can't make assumptions yet.
say in that sense. I'm still a random MF on the internet, but I care about you. That's all, and I feel bad. Here he writes, to be honest, I kind of want to take a shower now,
Got any more alcohol?
but it's too late. And she says, without me. And he says, another instance of her trying to lead a convo elsewhere. Now, the thing is, you can see from this conversation that she is kind of trying to lead the conversation in a more sexual
Yeah, sure, I can understand that, but I'm apprehensive to do so.
direction. You can't deny that. The problem being, though, that she is still 16. He knew she was 16. He is 22.
Yeah, so it seems very she's looking for something, to catch him on.
He knows his own age. I assume he didn't forget that or something. And he continued seemingly with those conversations anyway. Here she writes, if I could, I would sleep naked. He says, that's the comfiest, man, but in your own bed then.
I sleep naked, dude. It's so fucking freeing, man. Being able to fucking starfish. Oh. Couch is unironically the best bed. Listen, the couch is only the best bed if you can't fucking sleep in your own bed. Like, if you just, can't sleep, you just move to the couch and call it a fucking day. Sure, but I'll keep my clothes on 7. Sure, I guess. I don't get the hype. Keep the covers on all the time. We got my own cover like normal.
And I'll sleep on the couch. She says, sad. He says, couch is unironically the best bed. He says, ... Sure, but I'll keep my clothes on. She says, so I can't naked, yay. He says, yeah, sure, I guess. I don't get the hype. Laugh out loud. Just keep the covers on at all times. I got my own cover like normal. Then he writes, here's another F up. It is late, and it was the day before my brother's funeral, and I felt absolute dog shit. She asked me if she could sleep naked with me, and I said, yeah, sure, I guess. It was very late.
Even sleep deprived me wouldn't be like, yeah, I'll sleep naked with a 16-year-old. Motherfucker, huh? I'm sorry for audio listeners. Love you to death.
Late, and I was sleep deprived.
I'm sorry, that's fucking insane. He'd be like, oh, I fucked up. Dude, you're not real. You're not real.
Which could and could not have affected the situation. However, I fucked up and I'm still ashamed. Now, it's okay to feel bad for this guy for his brother dying. I mean, obviously, that's very sad. That is.
Yeah, it's sad and it's real, but brother, I don't think that gives you a fucking excuse to oh. I don't think that gives you the excuse to fucking act this way to a minor. I guess in Sweden it does, clearly.
Is very sad. And, potentially, if he was in a better mental state, he wouldn't have done something like this. But that still doesn't excuse what happened, right? A lot of people have been sad before. A lot of people have had family members pass away, and that's very tragic. But that doesn't give you free reign to do whatever you want.
Tom, are you wearing fucking eyeliner, by the way? Eye makeup? I'm not making fun of you. I'm curious because
You're still responsible
because it looks like you are. I just need to know because maybe that's something I need to do to make my eyeballs look more appealing to my shitty $30 Walmart camera.
The actions you commit during that, dark, hard to get through time period. Here he says, I then stopped the conversation by saying no. She tried to tease me into saying yes, which I did at first, but she kept trying to take it as
Wait, what? What if I don't cover? Does not look at all fair enough. See, bro. You have to. Unfortunately, you're the adult. You have to be better. I don't care. Not unfortunately, you are the adult. Being an adult. Why are you talking to this person anyway? I understand you're vulnerable, but dude, find someone your own fucking age, man.
a step further. She says, what if I don't cover? He says, I just will not look at all. She says, fair enough. What if I want to cuddle though? He says, what cuddle position? Tell me. That's the thing. No, please, no. She says, question mark. He said, no, keep your clothes on. She says, new, mleh. He says, I know what you want. Stop teasing, please. So at this point in the conversations, he is pushing back on the weird comments a little bit. But if a minor's in your DMs making these kind of comments at all, you got to just stop responding to them or block.
Yes, be a fucking adult. You're a content creator. You're held at a higher standard, unfortunately. Not unfortunately, you're just held at a higher standard. You can't do that shit. You can't do that shit when you're an adult. Except in Alabama, I guess, or some bumfuck middle of nowhere.
Them because you can't be having these kind of interactions with someone, you know? Even if he isn't reciprocating at this point in time, yet he still shouldn't be allowing this
Is that, Tom, is that subtle foreshadowing?
person to make sexual comments about him to him directly and not just block her or just leave her on red or whatever, right? If he had done that, if he just ended it here, maybe it could have been more understandable and it would have been okay, well, he didn't actually do anything. He was friends with her. When she started making sexual comments, he was like, all right, I'm done with this, I'm pushing back. But the problem is that he kept going because here they're talking about cuddling
Yeah, that's a problem.
naked, and she's saying, you let me do it, dumb. And he says, if you're in a certain mood, please don't come to me with it. But the next section title is Where I Gave Up, where he writes, a day afterwards, everything came falling. I talked myself into thinking that I could trust this girl and she was 16, and that was okay. She was legal after all. This is what I told myself, and I trusted
Yeah, that's a cope. You can't fucking do that shit, you dumbass.
her that she would not tell anyone, so I let my past self do this. A complete 180 of what I said yesterday, but today I gave up on everything. You see, this is the old him. The monkey who's writing this document is the new guy, but this is the old guy, okay? It was the old me. I messaged a kid, but it was the old me. He says, I remember
New year, new me. New year, new minor. I'm not ready for this. I need more alcohol, bro.
remember, you know, last night, well, I want to cuddle with you in bed all night, because after this day, I'd love to.
You're slandering my game, you fucking freak. Oh my god. How are you real? Bro, how are you real? Bro, where's your dad? Where's your mom? Holy fuck. Where's your Grammy and grandpa, bro? To teach you what's like...
She sends some romantic emoji drawings, and he says, and you can be in every clothing you want. Doesn't matter anything you want. Later on that hour or so, we discussed stuff we wanted to do with each other. I will not give details, but I will say that she got what she wanted, and she was not uncomfortable during this conversation. I kept telling myself that she was legal, and the fact that we could not physically do anything together meant that all this is okay, which it is not. This is the lowest
Smartest fucking thing you said this fucking far, bro. Holy fuck.
point in my life. I was completely depressed, and I wanted and needed help, but because I had someone in my life who I cared about, I could not help myself but talk to her, since she was the only one in my life that I thought felt the same.
I wanted and needed help, but because I had someone in my life who I cared. Is this the person you cared about? So, dude, I'm sorry. You fucking dropped the bag. Like, I feel bad for you because you're suffering. But, like, also doing this shit.
Pain as I did. I later broke down crying after holding it in after the funeral. That night was the first time I ever talked heavily explicit stuff with someone underage. And here she suggests
You admitted it. You just admitted it. You just admitted it. I don't know what to say.
that they sleep together, they cuddle together naked, and he says, sure, why not? This next section he describes as the last straw, and he says, second time was the day afterwards. She came to me talking about her dad and what he did. She, however, was in the mood, but I was not, and she proceeded to send an explicit gif of a girl getting effed from behind from the guy's perspective.
What the fuck? 6 times a day afterwards, she came...
Talking about her dad and what he did. She, however, was in the mood, but I was not, and she proceeded to send an explicit gif of a girl getting effed from behind from the guy's perspective. And I guess she sent some Roblox stuff, which is why he said, is that Roblox? And she said, yeah. He says, we later shared some more explicit images with the "This is us" caption under it. I sent 2 images, which I sadly deleted a couple of days later because I realized how fucked the situation I'm in was, and I was not okay with my behavior. Since she later followed up this conversation,
I'm not sure if I believe that. She'd be like, oh, who the fuck cares now? Hurley, I don't know if you do or not.
by asking me for a picture of my penis, which I told her no to. I got pretty upset after that since she insisted that I should send her a nude photo, even though I clearly stated no. And here she is kind of insisting, like, you know, asking him to send it. And after this, he says, because she was upset, she wanted me to write a long apology, which I did because I realized that I had dug this hole deeper than I could have ever imagined because of my irrational thinking and desperation for a sliver of love. She says, okay, when you apologize properly, I won't hate you. He says, how do I apologize properly? She says, make it long and honest. He writes, I'm honest and I'm sorry about everything that's happened. I feel bad for you and want to be at your side, and I am. Even when I'm at my lowest, I'll always be here for you with wide open arms. I value you more than myself, and I want to do my best to keep you comfortable. I'll be someone you can talk to, vent to, and open up to. I'll listen to everything you say and will keep you company, like how I did yesterday. I just want you to calm down at this moment and just talk to me like how we did before. I'll swim through ice cold oceans for you, climb mountains for you, and face hell itself for you.
16 years old, by the way. 22. Keep that in mind. This is fucking weird. Bro, have friends your own age, dude. Go online. Bro, there's TF2 community. I guarantee you there's a woman that wants you that's the age of fucking 22 in the TF2 community. Come on. Holy fuck, you can't, like, you're not real. You're not real.
You deserve happiness, all of it, and I'm here to help you achieve that. I love you, Susie, and I seriously mean this from the bottom of my heart.
I don't feel bad for you. I don't feel bad for you, man.
I wouldn't say any of this if I didn't mean it. And she says, fine, I accept your apology. I later talked to her about how I felt, how I tried pushing myself for her, and realized I could not continue. Here he says, I changed my mind about that whole ordeal, and I can't live with myself doing this. I'm so sorry. She says, apologize for lying and promise you won't lie again. He says, I wanted to push myself for you, but I just couldn't. I just can't. Apparently I said the word somewhere, and I promised her not to say it again, but I couldn't find the message where I did. However, she didn't care about how I felt about the situation. He says, also just want to point out that I'm not mentally well too. The funeral yesterday just broke me. And
clearly. That is a cold fucking response, so holy fuck. Okay. Damn. How fucking cold. How fucking cold. Damn.
I just wanted to off myself. I'm so tired of life at the moment. I messaged before all of this and before the apology. After that day, I changed the way how I was slowly, so she did not notice a sudden change of behavior because I did not want things to go as far as it has now. Here he is saying that he doesn't want to do the sexual stuff anymore. She says, so I can't talk then? He says, you can't talk? She says, not now because you said no. And he says, so be it. So she's basically saying the only way she's gonna have a conversation with him is if it's some kind of sexual conversation. Here,
that's fucking weird. Shouldn't, like, I don't know, red flags be going in your head that this is a child and maybe you're being like Chris Hansen right now? Maybe.
in these messages, he acknowledges the age gap. He says, I'm 22. And she says, so? He says, you're underage. She says, so? He says, major age gap. She says, so? He says, I can't do it. She says, yes, you can. He says, I can, but I don't want to. She says, well, you should if you want to talk. Here he shows another DM where he says, I tried to do something
He's gonna read it anyway.
that I thought would make you feel better, but you wanted more of it, and I can't do it. I regret it. She said, so hard to say yes, damn. He says, I'm 22. She says, so? He says, so yes, it's really hard to say yes because you're 16. Please understand it. And she says, wow, you can't say yes to something that won't even happen. He says, I said,
That's You're an adult. You're an adult. I don't want you to be gross, but you're being gross. Damn.
Yes, to shut her up in the end. Nothing came of it other than her getting what she wanted. A couple of days have gone by, and I'm slowly pushing myself away from her in these requests. I realize that she's mentally unstable, and she's not good for me or anyone. So she's very manipulative and will constantly try to talk you into doing stuff with her. Mentally unstable is her name on Discord, and mentally unstable says, so let's cuddle. He says, I guess. She goes, is that a yes? Yes, I guess, even though I don't
Still, you're the adult. That doesn't matter. I'm sorry. You're the adult. You have to fucking act like it.
want to. She says, yay! And he sends a cat. That's his profile picture.
Gotta change my background video. Holy fuck. You gotta be better. You're the adult. You're the adult. Come on, bro. Act like it.
He's like, he's a cat maxer, I guess. Here he says red
Damn.
flags, where she says, are you here? He says, yeah. She says, will it be weird that I give you a hug? Emoji. He says, a bit, yeah, but if you need to send it, go ahead. It's just an emo. The next flag is when she talked to me about checking out Zesty Jesus'
No way you're thinking like Discord emotes are like real fucking life. I forget these people think RP is real. My bad. Fucking dude, I can't imagine living on Discord, bro.
Twitter, and she mentioned that there were a lot of boobs because of his commissions of Zest, and I replied, oh yeah, I mean, obviously massive honkers. And she then replied with an emo that raised some eyebrows, but yet again, I did not question it. And here we have the DM as he describes pretty accurately. Later on, she talked about her childhood and how it sucked so much, and I was concerned for her mental health and such since she told me that she was autistic. I now made this connection in my mind.
Clearly, you both are fucking autistic. Y'all are both fucking mentally disturbed. God damn.
That reminded me of my little brother. He was 16 and autistic, and so was she. Therefore, it became a lot more personal to me, and I wanted to be there for her in case stuff becomes real. I've done this to many other friends as well. This is not an exception. However, another red flag came.
Listen, man, this would be a different story if you started with this first and not, like, made it sexual beforehand. But it'd still be fucking weird.
Up. She said that she lied about her age to someone within a community, and the guy she was dating figured out that she was not 19 years of age, same as he was, leading to her being banned rightfully so from that community.
Good.
She says, some years ago, I was saying I was 19 because I was afraid of not being able to talk to a lot of people. Then I tried dating someone that was of my age, but seemed to have just been a bait to expose me. Then when I tried admitting I was of my actual age, they didn't believe me and I got banned from that community, and the guy just kept trying to bait me to come back with him. I'm afraid of that one guy to remember who I am and expose me publicly. He says, I tried to calm her down in the situation, saying something similar, that I was dating a woman a couple of years older than me when I was 16 or 17. He says, this topic is sure taboo, but this sort of behavior is normal for people. Here
That's fucking weird, but okay. That's gross, but okay.
he writes, I've been a victim of this. Well, just when I was 16, or actually 15, whatever, 15 to 17, I lied about my age to get with women that were older than me, done that shit. So, like, you're not alone in this at all. He says, need a hug. She says, please. He says, free hugs from me. Look, everything's gonna work out. He says, and here's the main reason why I could not stop talking to her. We both opened up to each other and talked about our past traumas. And I thought,
You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. You dumbass. You can't do that. You're the adult, bro. Talk to other adults, not children.
I thought it would stay this way, but it somewhat didn't. Now, there are other
God, fucking, dude, grow up. Grow the fuck up. There's no need to be talking to a child about your fucking trauma.
sexual messages they have, like him basically showing her pictures of him in his arms, showing that he goes to the gym. Here he's saying that
Thought I could snap twink spines like a twig. Okay, let's...
he could snap her spine like a twig. He says he's been working out his forearms as well, and his grip is stronger and better for better lifts. Good for him for going to the gym, I guess. And the more you
Yeah, I guess.
read throughout the entire thing, you basically get to see that she is also not an angel. She is a very manipulative person. She basically was blackmailing him to keep talking to her. I mean, in her words, she would say that she was collecting more evidence on him. He would probably say she was blackmailing him so they could continue the relationship. She was basically threatening to expose him if he stopped talking to her or stuff like that. Now, obviously, I'm not, trying to make the case that this is like a great person to be around. And his conclusion...
You mean either of them? Because they both seems like fucking pieces of shit, but, whatever.
This girl is manipulative is true. I don't think you can defend her as like a person, but at the same time, she is a 16-year-old girl. She seems
Yeah, she's 16. It sounds like a cop-out answer, but it's also, they're still a kid. Like, I remember I made what video did I make recently? It was, what video? Oh, it was about the fucking, damn, this video's popping off. What the fuck? It's about the, being betrayed. She's 18 and she's acting like fucking little, like, fucking racy and shit. Like, she's acting racist as fuck, but I also, like, kind of dismiss the behavior because she's 18, she's stupid, and she's being edgy. Like, I kind of get it. I kind of get it. But to the point where this mentally unstable girl is acting, dude, hell no.
mentally unwell, which doesn't excuse everything, but, it does explain a lot of it. But the main problem here is that he still, as a 22-year-old, before any of this manipulative behavior occurred, decided to message this, 16-year-old girl knowingly and engage with her sexually, and that is a big problem. He has a document...
Preach, Turkey Tom. Holy fuck. I'm not trying to make fun of him, but I'm being like, listen, he's right. I don't know how in what fucking mind think that's okay. I get being down. I get it. Man, I'm so depressed. Life sucks. 16-year-olds.
By saying this person is manipulative and a danger to adults and herself into what situation she's trying to get herself into, and then tries to play the victim whenever it benefits her. I admit to things I'm done, and I'm ashamed of the things I did. I never wanted this to reach the public because I fucked up badly, and I don't think it's fair for my entire social life to be ruined just because I did a mistake that I'll never do again. Just from the
That's like a few line of like heavy mistakes, man. Like I don't. I would I care if you didn't have a social media after all this? I think it's deserved if you lose it. I do. I do think it's deserved if you lose it. Yeah. I don't think I'd be feeling some type of way about it.
drama between her and me and all my friends. That is the only receipt I would ever need, and never any of this. I deeply apologize. But if you ever see this person in your Discord, ban her, because she most likely will try to do this with other people and manipulate them into engaging in explicit conversations that people should not. She lies about her age, and she lies about her feelings about you, and she'll do anything to get you
about her age. What? That was besides like the conversation the conversation you two had about like lying about ages. Is that what you mean? Okay.
to dig into a hole so deep that she can then gain leverage over you. And that does seem to be the case from her. She does seem like a manipulative person, but
Sure, but like it's also a child. So I mean, you're still the adult. You still have to be responsible. I'm sorry.
once again, that doesn't really matter in terms of his behavior. The problem for him is that he decided to message an underage person who was 16 when he was 22. He knew the age, he knew exactly what was going on, and he continued regardless.
Yep. I mean, it's pretty clear cut. He admitted that he did it. So I mean, I don't know what to say. Besides, like, dude, GG, go next. You're fucking cooked, bro.
And I think that's a problem, and he should be criticized for that at the very least. I mean, Jesus. Now, this person named Dawes on Twitter wrote a bit of a summary thread about it, where they said, Monkey is absolutely in the wrong for how he was talking to a minor. It's disgusting and should not be tolerated. Monkey should have stopped talking to them at the first sign of the conversation leading towards inappropriate topics. A problem I see with this is Kel, a minor, is going out of their way to talk inappropriately to a content creator, knowing they're an adult. Kel reached out to Monkey to try and catch a predator, inadvertently putting themselves, a minor, in danger.
What? Oh, yeah. I mean, true. Yes, holding the minor at fault, but like at the end of the day, how much does that matter? Like, fuck. That's the hard part about it. It's really hard because the minor is going in, trying to catch a predator style, trying to do all this shit, and getting what they fucking came for. But it's, I don't know. It's a hard thing but I mean, you're still the adult. You're still responsible. I'm sorry. It's not much more to say.
They directly asked Monkey for explicit pictures and sent explicit images, not of themselves, to him. None of this content should be anywhere near a minor. When Chris Hansen will be baiting someone into meeting with a minor, there was never a minor involved. Nobody was put at risk.
Yeah, but there's a difference between some fucking Twitter rando and Chris Hansen working with the fucking police.
Unlike here. My point is, if you're a minor, don't do this. Do not go out of your way to
Yeah, you shouldn't. You shouldn't do this. Of course. Duh.
put yourself in danger to try and catch a predator. I'll be making a shorter video about this topic because I believe it's important for people to talk about. Again, Monkey's actions are heinous and deployable. I do not condone Kel's actions in the slightest. Stay safe out there. But as the What Show also writes, he says it's important to note that Monkey admits to sexting and sending this person explicit images way before
That's pretty fucking clear cut for me, bro. Honestly.
there was any kind of manipulation going on. And he also, in his own documents, straight up admitted it was wrong. This 22-year-old adult was regularly talking about cuddling, kissing, and railing a 16-year-old. It's disgusting. Now, a lot of people were talking about this conversation on Twitter, members of the TF2 community, and the What, kind of summarized all of their thoughts in one final statement where they said, I've read the entire document. It proves a lot of important context and tells your side of the story. However, I still find your actions deeply concerning, and both sides have plenty of proof to corroborate that. While I can't speak for the motives of the other party, and can see how she engaged in very manipulative practices against you, such as threatening to end her life, ultimately, you still repeatedly engaged in wild...
Yeah, so I agree. It doesn't matter what she did. You still sexted the minor. You still sexted the minor, bro. There's not much more to say. You did the oopsie. She's the minor.
wildly inappropriate behavior with a minor. Many of these inappropriate interactions happened before any manipulation even occurred, such as fantasizing about each other and sending each other explicit images. There's no context where this is justifiable. I can't help but feel disgusted at the messages I read and form my own conclusion that this situation was entirely preventable, and the responsibility was on you to
Yes, the responsibility is on you. Someone with a fucking brain on Twitter. Holy fuck.
shut it down, but you let it perpetuate for months. I genuinely don't want to interact with this, and I hate engaging in public drama like this, but I find this behavior predatory, and it's something I can't stand for, and I hope this
Yeah, preach.
type of situation never happens in this space again. And that is ultimately the real takeaway here. Monkey definitely provided some interesting context, and I think that, this Kel person should be banned from any Discord server because she's, as a minor, potentially putting herself in some very dangerous
Yes, she's putting herself in danger, and that should not be allowed.
Dangerous, bad situations. And she definitely did that in this, entire interaction where she willingly messaged an adult and engaged sexually with him. But at the same time, the whole point of an interaction like this, when you analyze it, is that the adult is the more responsible party, right? He's 20.
Yes, he is. I mean, two things can be right at the same time. Yeah, sure.
22, she's 16. He just never should have talked to her this way. It's really gross that he did, frankly. And as the What Show here noted, even before any kind of manipulation occurred, even before any kind of her threatening to end her life occurred, he was still engaging with her in a sexual manner.
Yeah, true. Listen, it's for me, it's clear cut. For me, it's clear cut. He did the bad, even if she was like fishing for it. To me, that doesn't matter.
That was very inappropriate. So yeah, that's about it for this situation. No bueno, no good, no good. 2 thumbs down, no thumbs up. No thumbs up for me. Anyway, hope you like the video. If you liked it, leave a like. If you disliked it, leave a dislike. Drop a comment down below with your thoughts, and I'll catch you.
You know what, Tom? I'll leave a like because I do like Tom videos. This is not your typical Tom Dark. Because, we get a lot of Tom Dark, that's what I'm thinking of, like reactionary, my style of video. But, I still wanted to watch this because I like TF2 and people in the community and so on and so forth. Listen, bro, TF2 community started going downhill once Musoke left, but maybe that was a good thing because now we get Lazy Purple and more Uncle Dane, so not a bad thing. Like and sub. And subscribe to Turkey Tom Dark and Turkey Tom because they're all good videos. Love you. Holy shit. Long video.